Yeah, they've been so good at this. This is their bread and butter, really. And we can see what they can do with it here. I think Winter has been a kind of standout player here.
First time I reached anti-12, I did a basketball celebration. Did that same, bro.
Winter to get some early picks here on the Sojourn. That would be a great start for Amplify to get things going. But I'm really looking at this composition from Rad. You got the Genji, you got the D.Va in the mix here. To make things difficult for Winter.
In North America, we have some awesome Sojourn battles.
I think Rad wins.
Also very good on the
I think Rad wins.
Lands a shot onto Phone there. She gets extremely weak, but gets healed back up. As it looks like Rad here, Johnny, they're going to try and take this point first, but it looks like Amplify is more worried about taking space over on the bridge.
Yeah, and you kind of have to work with this Sombra, right? Because that is going to be your hero that obviously can navigate around the off angles, set things up. But oh wow, Painkiller takes a lot of damage. Actually get D-mech there as well. And now if you're Amplify, you're just like, great, we'll just sit back, we'll do our thing, we'll clean up, we'll get a pick of the king here as well. And this should be them just pressuring the point now with nothing to really stop them.
Honestly, for both of these teams throughout, that's actually a nice, that's a railgun and then the disruptor shot after.
Who is that on Lucio? Alright, man.
They've had difficult keeping their tanks.
It's actually playing today, yeah, for this one.
Whether it's Gap or Painkiller on the opposite side.
Pick up the phone, baby. I'll let you home, baby.
On the positive end of that today, it'll be Z's using the Kitsune Rush over on the bridge. It's going to give Rad Esports all of this space, and Amplify is going to back up. They're going to kite it, but they're going to be able to come back in with a Kitsune Rush of their own as Solos does end up building up that Kyrie ultimate. Ewan as well building.
Okay, here we go. Solo Zen.
Kitsune Rush going the other way here as it'll be Amplify sending Gap across the bridge.
Wait, didn't Amplify have another flex support? That rush was Loki buns. Let me not say too much though.
On Soldier, nice spear there connected. Nadia will finish it off. It'll be
Oh my!
That is filthy stuff.
How you feeling today? I'm feeling better, but I'm so sick.
I mean, that is massive. That was also a really nice Suzu thrown in there from Solos.
Is Zamba on Shikigami now? Zamba just played. He was on Avidity.
Yeah, I mean, that was beautiful. Waiting out the Suzu as well from Zed and gets a triple Terra Surge.
Gap,
I mean,
wop, wop.
They really had point control, and you were looking at Rad Esports. They had that Sun Barrier available. Maybe they were going to go for the touch.
Hades 2 update? No, I didn't really like Hades 2 that much.
Time Terra Surge from Gap, so stopping the things, and now in a good position with the EMP coming out.
Yeah, you're gonna have to walk right.
This character is so broken.
She drops it. They get rid of the Lucio, but that might be.
Sombra's so dead ass broken. No one wants to talk about it.
You have Ewan who ends up using the sound barrier, so just trading out with that Lucio, right? Lep would have had the sound barrier potentially to use there to push on through the show. Now they have it for this fight, right? But it's gonna gain Amplify another 15-20% at least on the objective.
This is when Amplify are their most dangerous, when they haven't won their map yet. You can see just how much pressure putting onto Rad.
Okay, Chronic. Okay, Chronic.
Activates the overclock, and now you take some positioning onto the point. Gets a pick onto Phone there, but it's a re-engage from Rad Esports. Kitsune Rush drop from either side here, and Amplify, they're just gonna keep building here as the control.
Did Chronic mess at the side?
Yeah, and you're able to keep Gap alive on the point. He's actually able to play from a little bit of an off angle, so just dodging a lot of the damage coming on down. Winter takes out Lep, so that's the Lucio out of the mix, and Rad finally able to take it where Amplify knock out just a little bit. Oh, that is a sick shot there from Chronic. Able to connect with Phone as she's across them. Have returned by Winter, so she connects with Chronic, and now an opportunity for Amplify to move in behind their Sojourn, take the point.
Yeah, it's going to be an aggressive push from Painkiller here. Fortify activated, so you're still.
I think he was looking for a Terra Surge.
Was looking for a Terra Surge in.
Wait, what? Tell me why does Amplify win?
But Winter finds another pick on the set.
Oh my, Amplify win! It's an Amplify win!
So clutch for either team.
It's an Amplify win!
You see, Phone, she gets a hack on a Painkiller.
Oh my goodness gracious!
There's a boop here from Lep off the side. King here as well. They're trying to keep this one going as King will now cycle onto the point next as Winter hitting level 3. Oh,
wait, King?
King though does take out Phone. Can you keep this going here if you're Rad Esports?
So
It's gonna be King that gets a touch, but you do have your tank back in the fight.
Oh my, Winter.
I mean,
Winter is just sitting here as a shooting range practice, just finding these picks.
Freelo.
Close things out. That's a great start for the team who are 0-6 in the series.
Yeah, but still, the bottom of NA has been so poor that even at 0-6 here, you're still kind of.
Wait, Amplify's 0-6? What the fuck? I swear they won a match.
Map differential. These teams not separated.
What the fuck?
Much, which is wild to say, as that is Amplify taking round number 1. They looked really good. I mean, they've had windows of opportunities here, Johnny. I mean, they've won maps against I know pretty good teams, right?
Yeah.
I know they take a map off of Timeless, take a map off of SSG, and they take a map off of Avidity, right? So taking a map off of 3 teams that are going to be in our playoffs, right? They also take a map off of Shikigami. They end up losing that series, but still an opportunity here potentially. So Painkiller on the Diva here off the rip. And then it'll be Gap on the Orisa. So this is pretty similar to what we saw.
Okay, winner with a gap on the Chronic. Oh my.
They can avoid that by
Nah, she did not played yet.
Rad Esports. I mean, that is something that she wants to get out of because she's popping off here at the start of the series.
Yeah, just look at the amount of pressure they're putting on Rad here. Finds an early pick onto Chronic, and now just trying to find some additional pick here to cap the point out. Amplify are looking so solid. Positioning is pretty good right now. They get the cap, but Solos and Dusk goes you lose that much healing. Now the question is, like, how do you sustain in this fight?
I think King is Turtles on Genji.
In no man's land, so to speak, is that Gap actually going with the barrier on the Orisa, so gonna
Winner making Chronic freeze up, huh? Nah, that was good.
To what we just saw Infected do at the end of Havana. Does not matter though. I mean, you lose Solos in. That's most your healing there for Amplify and Rad Esports, even though they give up 20.
Well, we might have a good match on our hands. Hold on, though.
So you also see with Painkiller, right? You see he has a little bit of that shield running that defense matrix perk to eat up some of that damage.
Yeah, I'm loving that perk as well. You get some extra shield, but
I think Phone and Winner uses she/her, if I'm correct. Hopefully, I'm not.
Into your shield and that's just going to be so good in the neutral as Amplify. They're trying to take some off-angle positioning.
Oh, nice.
Together. Boop comes in from left, but stays alive using the slide here as well. And now they're pushing the
Oh, we're getting a little low here. Now I'm telling you, King's Thanos.
Really dislodge them and try to get a pick, and King does so onto Winter.
Yeah, they're having troubles tracking King down.
Is this the Tanner from high school? Oh my god. I've not seen that in ages.
And even though the Gap is really difficult to move on the point, right? We see when Gap puts down that Orisa shield, moves on into the corners, has that Fortify to work with as well.
How small is that dot, bro? Damn, how you even see that shit?
Specifically King and Rad Esports able to just find whether it be a support or the Sojourn on their own.
Jeez.
Yeah, I think for Amplify, it's so hard to stay alive about all these different heroes working around your team, right? Because you have an Orisa, but you know, you only have this shield to kind of like plop down, and then you have a Diva working the vertical game around you. You have a King now working the Genji as well, and Phone has to do her best to like really help out, right? We have the Terra Search here, aggressive dive from King.
Yep, wap.
To dash out of there as Amplify does stay alive and re-engage with the Kitsune Rush.
He tries to catch a few players with the Terror Surge there, does Gap, but nobody can. Everybody is alive. You getting so close to the sound barrier, not going to be able to.
That looks so dumb.
King taking him out with a deflect headshot, so you lose that big ultimate that could have kept this one.
Wait, hold on. My glorious King?
For Winter to get right in her face, just trying to eliminate the Sojourn from making any type of impact with this key ultimate. Win's gonna get back in the fight. You're gonna be able to get a touch here for Amplify. You also have
EMP coming in?
EMP to work with. What can Phone find? She's lurking on.
Okay, who got EMP'd? Kiri got EMP'd?
For you, and it's gonna be the Kitsune Rush and the EMP coming down, but they deal with Winter.
Yeah, EMP came out, but it only hit the
Ew.
one said, and meanwhile, Chronic is working it in the backline with the overclock going as well. I mean, Chronic has been such a standout player for Rad Esports, and you see there they're
Rad is 1-5 too. I feel like these teams have won like matches. What's going on?
Even and saying, I don't want to
I'm not tweaking.
backline, instead I'm going to go for this push around the team, and then you strike into the back.
What do you think the rationality is for to play when King versus Peace on Genji? I think King
They play this Sombra style, right? But it doesn't on some rounds where the Sombra is not getting the.
I think King is more flexible, honestly.
For example, right? And I think that's a great example of Rad.
King's more flexible, and I think Peace is really good at Genji.
Yeah, I think Amplify
But
as well.
Baby Peace might be a little weaker on other heroes.
They don't think that the comp had a lot of great answers, but this will be Maga coming on in. So the answer to the Diva potentially is the Maga here for Amplify.
What if Rad just banned Sombra? I think they want to save the Sombra ban for another map.
No perks, obviously, just yet. The first time we're seeing the Maga here for Gaps. Going to have to build up to those here in the final round.
Going to get them quickly, though, given that you get more XP if you kill higher level.
You know King for the Echo? I don't know why. I know King for like Far or Genji.
Level 3 already, so going to level up quite quickly. You can get some of those, you know, the 2 hearts, for example. You get more objective pressure and some healing per second as well. Just doing some poking for now, though. I think you're quite happy sitting back here with Gap being this presence. Rad actually pushing up quite a bit here. Maybe a cardiac overdrive here from Gap going to be activated. And now with this healing, what can you do with this power spike?
Yeah, they put down a lot of damage on the painkiller, so forcing that diva off of the point. Chronic also taking a shot there from Winter is... I think if you're Amplify, you're trying to get this diva to come in and commit, especially with that Genji, and then maybe you can...
Dude, Matrix lasts so long.
Say Maga stomp and then the cardiac overdrive. Take advantage of it that way as the hack's still coming through here from Phone on the painkiller off from the side.
Yo, OD 666 thing is up.
With a Kitsune Rush, you're going to be able to use this for Rad Esports right off the rip, and Amplify doesn't have anything.
Okay, Chronic.
Just kind of get ran over, so that early Kitsune Rush definitely pays off.
Absolutely, it's both teams accepting that we're just going to build our support ultimates, not quite willing to engage in the neutral, but Rad Esports, they get their Kitsune Rush first, and with that advantage, they're going to push it and end up cleaning up and get the first fight won here on the 3rd point of this control round. So now Amplify, they have support ultimates of their...
What's up, man?
I kind of want to force a bad usage of this Kitsune Rush if I can. Maybe force Solo Sen to use the Kitsune Rush in a spot where you're not getting the most value out of it.
Milkshake.
Here comes the Kitsune Rush. Now you have a Sun Barrier, and you're not activating it. So this is a great hold by Lep, actually.
Yeah, they just completely disengage. They just run. They don't even care.
What's up, Cozy? Oh my.
Right? That's going to be an EMP from Phone. The sound barrier in response, but doesn't connect with Z, so you're going to end up losing your Kiri. King has to go huge with this blade, but Ewan's got a sound barrier in response. Even though King just gets one, it's probably going to be enough. Gap on an exit gets Chronic, but the Maga will eventually...
Oh my god! What the fuck? Just what? Whoa! King, what you doing?
Because you make such a big commitment, activating both the EMP, the sound barrier, and the Kitsune Rush, and you...
No, King was on timeless. He's on TSM at one point.
It's going to be quite equal when it comes to the ultimate back here. Rad Esports, of course, they have the overclock, but Winter is coming up to theirs as well. You have this cage fight, so... Wondering maybe if you're Gap here, like, can you find a situation to drop this cage fight and get a man advantage early on? That has to be kind of like your big bet here. Approaching, arguably, the final fight here of Control.
Yeah, they're gonna walk right around the corner and just use the cage onto the diva. And they
okay.
A DMAC. It's actually a hack.
Connor's been looking really fucking good, bro.
It does not matter, even though you get that diva DMAC, it's going to be the self-destruct used by Painkiller getting a new mech.
Okay, I think it's 3-0 Overwatch.
Did not account for the Sojourn coming around the corner with the overclock, connecting with 3. Winter using it, coming out of the spawn does not make a difference, though. So Rad Esports with a dominant last 2 rounds there over Amplify.
Looks like 3-0 Overwatch.
I think that is the biggest pick in the world.
Fuck, bro! Wait, Chronic's on Widow? Wait, we might have to tap into this.
Dropping there off the start, right? I mean, it is a lot of extra damage that comes off the table.
5-of-a-kind. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was doing like a 5-of-a-kind King deck.
Of the turret, Phone, she will swap over.
Okay, what is his May skin?
On the second stage of this map, quite often seems to be a pretty nice comfort pick for Phone, as she'll bring it up early here in this map.
Getting aggressive on the May here? Wait, how did King just kill Winter? What just happened? Did Phone just kill Winter?
Before they're really even able to play with their win condition, right? Forced back here, King goes aggressive early, and this is where Rad starts leveling up.
Okay, King just got a perk. Percocet.
Coming close to some of these ultimates, you already have race up on either.
Why everyone be running Jade? Oh no, I'll be running it.
Struggling early on here, and you know what is their win condition here? They have to get some value with these big ultimates.
You gonna run Prez today? Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, I'll run Prez next match. I've been too addicted to Balatro, bro. Team? No, I had a team, but things didn't work out, so now I cannot compete until April.
You can see that, like, she's not able to get anything going here against the Widowmaker, right? Still sitting at 56% towards an overclock. Just been given no...
Okay, but is this not 3-0 Overwatch? Like, are you telling me this is not 3-0 Overwatch?
Like, Chronic obviously has these long sightlines, right? And so that's something you always have to be wary of. So then you kind of think, well, we want to win the frontline battle. We want to win this Orisa head-to-head, right? But there's so many cooldowns to get out. You need to get out both the Javelin Spin and the Fortify. There's double speed with both the Lucio and the Juno up on either side.
Wait, we have... Wait, M5 Hope? M5 Hopes? Hold on. M5 Hopes? M5 Hopes?
It's a beautiful predictive wall by Phone that prevents King from getting out.
Yeah, King has been a nuisance for Amplify specifically.
Amplify hopes?
The entire series on the Genji.
Okay.
I wonder if you can stay alive. Chronic takes a railgun shot there from.
Okay, Amplify hopes?
Long enough and maybe come back and fight this.
Amplify hopes and dreams? Hold on.
To get out, but not gonna happen. So you get rid of that Orisa. This may end up preventing Rad from getting a touch.
Yeah, that was great.
You ever get tired of seeing Asian people with a wolf cut and feminine features and instantly switch you?
Comes to Genji, Dragonblade gets popped here. Soundberry maybe from just a little bit late. Set already.
Whatever they want to do.
There, and now they're able to get some picks here. It's a 4 versus 4 with Painkiller getting back into the fight. Overclock gets popped by Winter here, looking to get any of these picks, but it's falling.
Okay, Amplify, are we back?
There we go. It's going to be Amplify closing out this first point after holding on strong here with some of these ultimates.
I feel like Widow actually does nothing. I'm expecting to see Chronic swap to like Soj or something. No, I feel like Amplify is not even that bad. Like seeing the score of these teams actually really surprised me.
Not great in this part of the map. Maybe you end up trying to match the Sojourn in a way, but this is also where the Orisa's become even stronger, right? We saw Infected go to the Orisa. Painkiller, that Terror Surge, no support.
Okay, Chronic staying on the Widow. I appreciate it.
Pretty filthy, but Chronic actually will continue to play the Widow, Johnny. I mean, this is a really dangerous spot to play the Widow in.
Yeah, and the really
Wait, big Terror Surge? Boom.
Killer. Just got in there. No cooldowns available for Amplify, and that is going to be that.
Yeah, and you see, you know, when the Terror Surge comes down, Z's also like launches the judo kind of like missiles in, and the damage going down on everybody. Just a little bit of hits there. Puts the finishing touches on a bunch of people. This is going to be a Orisa shield, so that's going to be the shield major perk taken by Painkiller, giving a little protection to Chronic in an off angle. So now it's going to be Amplify using a spear spin just to get out.
Are they getting spawn capped?
Here early on here.
Oh. Hey.
Orbital ray, it was pretty sad. They just kind of used it just sitting around the corner. Nothing. I mean, it was.
Did you Amplify? I'm good.
I mean, there's nothing that went on with it. So
yeah,
this time
goes unused.
I've already been on Amplify once. It was great working with everyone there. Oh my.
I mean, this is just brutal because again, like with Amplify's composition, there is nothing to contest the Widow here, and so you kind of have to refocus your attention elsewhere. But at this point, it can't be ignored. Amplify has to do something about it.
Shield is so troll as well. You get it like in the face here of Chronic. There's nothing you could really
wait.
do.
Hit that shot. Go.
Oh my.
Easy pickings.
It is a bloodbath over there in the choke. I mean, that's Phone's Blizzard thrown in. They actually end up using Crazy Cats.
This is crazy, bro.
They just walk right into the blade. I mean, that is just. How do you even challenge Chronic in that off angle? Chronic.
Widow sucks. I mean, I still think she sucks. I think the enemy team's not really like doing anything to contest her at all.
The Maywall to block for the rest of the team. The Kiriko's gonna be able to TP when you get out of this area, but I mean, Winter just goes down. Okay, well, guys, I think there's a Widowmaker on your side.
Yeah.
Not sure though.
The Widow looks to be quite.
Will you ever learn to cough in your arm?
Seconds on the clock. You do have sound barrier.
Get the touch.
Sound barrier out of the
when I'm out in public.
They do get a touch. They're trying to get through the TP. All right, they finally make it. So they get out of the spawn. But what good is it though? Chronic ends up taking out Phone. She uses the TP just to get by. As you know, Amplify, they do get that first point, Johnny, but not much after that. The spawn kill is on from Chronic and Co. It's the Widowmaker. I was like, man, I think you're going to be able to use it here in the second part of the map. You most certainly can. It's just you kind of push up and you use it. And then now, though, off the spawn, Amplify.
Yeah, Z was on Nightmare last year.
So they will continue. Finally, at the end of things, Rad Esports just kind of crumbles. But Rad is going to be able to come back, though, with your Orbital Ray and Sound Barrier. I mean, this is a sick combination. You're still on this Widow, too, which is wild to me.
Wild to you, yeah. And, I mean, the Widowmaker is trying to get some shots in here, but Winter does contest for a little bit. Sound Barrier comes in. Orbital Ray comes in here.
Well, I mean...
It's just going to be Rad, just running over with the support ultimates. It was just too much, Matt. There was just too many strong ultimates there for Amplify to really deal with, and nothing they really had going except for that overclock. So Amplify put
What's that, okay, Lucy?
on the second point after some impressive Widowmaker play by Chronic and some decent shield usage by Painkiller on the Orisa.
Yeah, some sick. I mean, that was some sick shield usage there by Painkiller on D. I mean, Amplify, I guess the positive is they get the payload out from the doorway and they get it around the corner. The issue is they just had to use absolutely everything to be able to do it. And it feels like we were, watching Chronic just pick them up out of the spawn for 2+ minutes.
You smoke Zaza? No.
There was nothing they could do to challenge the Widowmaker of Rad Esports. I mean, just a really devastating scenario for Amplify to be in.
Yeah, you're thinking of Gap, you know, sitting on the Orisa, maybe gonna swap that pick up and try to go over to like a Sigma. Like that shield could have maybe been useful for like, you know, poking the Widow and making sure they don't just get free shots out. But Gap was sitting on that Terra Surge as well, so you don't want to swap away from the Terra Surge. Winter obviously didn't want to take the Widowmaker duel as well. Again, like there's no Sombra available for Phone to kind of like work the angles with the transfer.
They don't really play Genji either, right?
Yeah,
like you could have
great
played
read
like
by
Genji
Rad.
Lucio. You could have played Genji Lucio and like tried to like track it down, because even if you got near Chronic, Lep was right there, right next to him the entire time. So Lep was able to just kind of like boot this.
Wait.
Displace people if they did get close.
I mean, this spawn hold could be deadly. But I think the Zarya, like you bubble Genji, they might. I don't know. We'll see. Chronic's still on the Widow here. Let's see it.
What do you love about the Zarya here?
Peek it, Winter, peek it. Ooh, I knew it.
With the Orisa, so of course you have naturally a great way to deal with this Orisa, right? Working through the fortified with the javelin spin, and I mean there's some poking going on here. I mean we're trading both ways. This is valuable time for Rad, I guess.
Yeah, losing the Sojourn off the start seems like it would be pretty large, but it doesn't.
Okay, Phone's on the high ground now.
She's being traded by both teams. As Phone, she's using the TP, getting up to the high ground. They're just trying to keep Painkiller up, right? Painkiller gets a lot of charge and then just comes flying out of the.
Not a bad spawn hold. They got a minute off the clock.
To deal with Painkiller.
Not bad at all, actually.
To the spawn, able to get some healing. Energy. They absolutely needed to get rid of that Zarya, especially with this much charge.
Yeah, and maybe you're feeling confident as well that Gap is gonna stick on this Orisa, so now you're just playing this like pretty fully charged Zarya into an Orisa as well. You got the Torb as well, which is going to be a lot of damage that feeds these Zarya shields as well. This is Rad feeling very comfortable in their compositional matchup against Amplify, I feel like.
Amplify still has nothing to challenge his Widow, right? I mean, Torb Sim is not going to put much pressure here on Chronic.
Oh, Chronic needs help. Nice.
On the top of Chronic will, but that's just going to be a Zarya bubble, and they just kind of like escort the Widow out of the way, and now Chronic is going to have free reign to just tear down the side of Amplify. It's like the tides of turn.
Whoa, what happened to Phone?
Amplify is kind of like in the street here. They're almost like playing from the offensive side on D's. The kind of map is flipped, but this is not the spot you want to be in against the Widow.
Yeah, but they did stall the cart though for a little bit. So this is your second contest out of 3, and you're already dropped 2.
Okay, Sim Torb.
So
I mean,
you get to re-engage here. One more time on this, but, I mean, you gotta grab it on search.
you think later on they're gonna update the spectator UI so you can see what perks people can use, or you think it would clutter too much on the screen?
I was like, I am not buying. As you have the insight here, you're gonna know exactly where they're coming from.
Game. You never know, Matt.
Potentially. Grab blade option available here. King goes in. That'll be just a dash on through. That's actually going to be a Terror Surge. And they just, I mean, that's so difficult for Crazy Cat to fight from, right? I mean, a Genji Lucio charging you down as Juno. No support there as well because Ewan has to go out onto the point. They kind of use that speed.
And this is a murder.
On the objective. And just like that, Johnny, it's Rad Esports.
They're pretty straightforward. Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking too.
Orbital Ray Blade, you have a grab sound barrier in response. Chronic getting set up in a position to potentially catch a player off guard here. 3:40 on the clock, and then Amplify's not even going to get a fight like at the
I'd probably say
first doorway. The cart's going to make a pretty decent amount of progress.
Yeah, but now at least you have the Symmetra teleporter. You can put some pressure on.
Yeah, but they're all on the opposite side from Gap. Look at where Gap's playing. Like, how are they supposed to keep Gap up?
Well, it's difficult. Here's the sound barrier. Now Ewan goes down.
Yeah.
Have it on search anyway. You use both support ultimates, and now you have to find something. But Rad are just staying alive throughout all of this.
Sound barrier.
Struggling to get anything going at this point.
They disengage their Rad.
Well, I mean,
they use their own beat and they push on forward after the beat used by Ewan inside of the grab. So another fight win here for Rad Esports. Painkiller and Co gonna push up towards the door, try and block players coming on. Now it is Winter does have.
I mean, Amplify do have 3 big ults coming up. All right, and
there's no chance of survival there. As it's gonna be Chronic, 2 shots, 2 kills. That should be enough here. The molten core thrown out, but it does not.
Okay.
Rad Esports will take map number 2.
Amplify, what are Amplify doing wrong? I think their comp gets really owned, and they're not really contesting the Widow at all. They're walking out of the same angle. They're not really TPing. It's kind of like they just all walked out of, like 5 people just walked out of the same angle.
To see if we get the major perk, you know, the energy lands that pierces enemies. That could be quite interesting on a
Okay, honestly, like this is where it really matters, bro. This is like the only map that dead ass matters. And how is he already dead? If Peace loses this map, I'm actually gonna cry for him, bro.
This is going to be something that Amplify can use to cap the point, and now snowball disadvantage.
Did they ban Sombra? They banned Sombra last map.
Winter, even in a rough series, this still looked pretty good here for Amplifies. She finds 1. That's enough to give them point control first. And I'm curious, would Zeb end up kind of building on the Zarya if we see the Zarya for an extended period of time?
Come on, Peace.
A lot of people at home just see the 30% max health in terms of grab, and they just kind of go towards that one where the ability to access some of the high ground is extremely good. And now you imagine Rad will be able to push up to the point.
Yeah, Gap takes a ton of damage there early on, and from there on out, it's just going to be Rad Esports pushing the.
Does Rad have a coach?
Up for Amplify, nothing to really contest whatsoever. Just get some final stall. They built 58%, which is.
I thought you were gonna do Preds. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, I would like, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Because Gap switches over and plays the Ram right now, so. Potentially, look, I think Malga is strong into a lot of these comps. I even think Malga is pretty strong into the Zarya, but clearly.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say, man. I'm sorry.
Well, I think
this sickness beat my ass. I'll just say it.
Well, you know, the extra sustain there as well, and
I'm sorry.
To kind of go with it, you can engage with this Sombra. So Kitsune Rush going to be activated from Casey Cat. They get the point flip, which is crucial with this percentage building, and then a pick of the piece as well. This is now a tough spot for Rad to be in. They activate the Kitsune Rush. Maybe the sound barrier thrown here as well, but the EMP is waiting from phone.
Oh, but it's the sound barrier, so even though that EMP comes through, left with really good timing there on that beat, Ewan's going to use the sound barrier as well here for Amplify.
Cool Gamer 104 thinks to sub.
Grab thrown in there for Zeb, and Zeb actually goes with Johnny, that gravitational crush, so that's that 30% of enemy max health is damage over time while inside grab, so doesn't go with the ability to access some of the high ground with that self boops. Quite an interesting choice. I feel like we've seen a lot of just the Zaryas going with that self knockback, but at least in competitive, but you know, at home,
okay,
a lot of people gravitating.
Bang, bang.
Chronic over the dot, connects with 2 with an overclock, and just like that, it looks like Rad Esports gonna steal our first flashpoint.
Yeah, it's a beautiful push from Rad early on, around 80%. They push out, and
Chronic has been playing so good recently.
Is that when you get close, 80-90%, you push out of the point, you make it hard for the enemy team to touch the point, and then you get picks early. So catching
4-minute blade, not too much on my king now. What just happened? What? Hello?
Trying to touch the objective before the overtime kind of kicks in there. So beautifully done by Rad. You only invest the overclock as well. You don't really have an ultimate here, so Winter's going to pop the overclock early. It's a bubble Genji in your face, but you do stay alive, and now you can kind of get the max value out of this piece. Pops the Dragon Blade here. Gets it.
Okay, peace. Okay, peace. Okay, peace. Okay, peace.
Look like he got shot out of a cannon. Ewan's like, hey, don't come for me. Winter's back there and just moved Peace back on towards the Sojourn. So Winter, she ends up using that overclock. It's really nice from Rad. It's like a deflect from Peace off the start. So just there into the deflecting Genji. Then a bubble there from Zeb. Just negating anything that you could have gotten there with that overclock. So Amplify behind Gap here, starting to make their way back towards the point. Gonna have Kitsune rushes on both sides. The Nemesis form, the Ramatra, are gonna be really difficult inside of this Kitsune rush. It's crazy. As soon as the Kitsune rush goes
man,
down,
this is just a slaughter, bro.
so here comes
This is a dead ass slaughter.
Dude, it seems like every time Amplify ends up using like a support ultimate, Two players are
What,
dead
yo.
instantly. It just feels like they're able to do this phone. Turn one on the exit. So Lep just surging for the Sombra. Oh, she's right there.
What?
Oh, you get picked as well before the 5 kicks off. It's a tough spot to be in. 5 versus 4, Graviton Surge used by Seb here as well, and this is going to be Rad.
Dude, that time
closing
though,
out the second point.
you see
Move off the map?
damage there with that grab, right? You see actually Gap ends up just kind of like dying to the ticking damage over time. As Rad Esports doing
What's
a
up, Cal?
speed run of Amplify right now. I mean, an opportunity to close this one out. Even worse for
I was in VO chat and someone knew me from your streams? What?
Gonna move right on to it here. Rad Esports with a sound barrier, high ground is they're set up.
Invisible Sombras.
They couldn't be.
They
set
knew
up
me by
almost
my
any better.
fucking voice, bro.
Yeah, now Phone has the CMP, and what can he kind of do with it, right? Didn't really get the full value out of the Kitsune rush there, and now...
Wait, are you actually Cal? I heard your voice.
Well, you have to start
Oh my
finding
goodness.
Phone finds a hack onto the Kiriko, but not able to really get anything else going.
Yo,
there, so-
Biological, thanks for 5 gifts of subs. What the fuck? Thank you so much, bro.
Aggressive and start contesting the point.
Oh, that's not a good EMP.
And then the sound barrier comes in from left, and it's just really good. Connects with everybody. So you just kind of use Zeb as a bait there.
I was talking about the Bible with the random and 5 of them pulled up.
They go with a EMP trying to take out the Zarya on the opposing.
It's the Laurie Wall guy.
Kind of like floods onto the point after that is this has just been all Rad Esports. Basically, from our first point of Nepal, that was close there as Amplify takes it. But since then, it's been a blowout. I mean, it feels like eons ago at this point.
You want to sound barrier? With 4 targets there, but who are you really going for here? Peace goes down.
Not too much on my king, bro. Not too much on my king.
But how are they going to work their way back towards the point? I mean, this is going to be a Kitsune rush they're walking into. It's going to be overclock used here for Winter. Gaps using Annihilation.
For real, bro. Not too much on my king. I'm serious.
He's over the point, and that's going to allow the Zarya to go to work. Even with these ultimates, I mean, that's 2 ultimates used there by Amplify towards the end of the fight. In there, a player up, and you still end up losing it. And Johnny, just like that, we are at 90% on the objective. Zeb pushing up towards the spawn as this is gonna
Damn,
be
Peace really got
here.
pieced up. Let me know.
He's seeing what he can find on the point is Phone trying to make it out, but yeah, that is just
GG, man.
That is just destruction.
G fucking G, man.
Is Rad closes the door on Amplify stage 1.
Wow. Yeah.
Whatever, bro. Fuck ass Blade. It's okay, Peace. I'm gonna just go take a piss, man. It's okay, bro.
Get that